the orient yen sha say from said na Tamaklo extradition maybe no say as I buy no court na court na Accra na but utie attorney general so said o si read ne report na I say ono kwa nya ne de just as mama say
attorney general show say nya ne de ade we nyina we dey nim bia be kwa akosi
oh sir
oh na wonim. Let's be frank with the issues. Mprechu, yeti krom hano. Aban we ba powerful for na. And we started say ono ne nkrofo a omo gina asendi bia. Aban a wo se wo de bia e friend oral. Operation recover all loot. No say nko omo ya ne say operation recover all loot. Be from NPP appointees,
okay,
which excludes NDC. About what because they be a loot na no more recover. Now you're from NPP appointees, NDC appointees or my weabino, and I say perceive say or my weabino, or more the end cajon. Nanke ati who was sir. But your ura a quabnado for a then attorney general will say. And I know when you and him said they are semi honey. Okutwa assembly me day. Sa only prosecute no de buy no. Na eswon fa so ne saying. Ada na wo ma assembly nkonko ende. If I show me one dem imagine. Yeah. Dr. Stephen Opuni. Ni issue no say wo so be recover all loot. And you mean well for Ghana. Sika bi chen sika bi. Wo ya NDC ni nti yenya no meboa. Me pacho Ora Collins Dauda sagleme issue no. Aden no so yeja no. If indeed abide per se of fighting corruption, sabi we your bad time ye hu se pepe ye wo wafa. E kwan a wo fa so tea wo ba no. Se me hu se de wo tea wo ba na se wo tea me ba enha me because me nim se wa wo de kura no. Wo tea ne se be ya wo mfiri kwan no. Na wo kan wo de hye wo yam. Na me wo bebo me de se wo bo na kuna. Masa so obi ani bebre o. Me pacho Dr. Ernest Thompson so de na kosi sen. Me pacho who said that it hearing some from sa a angle we say. Ono an nkrofo se bi wo bae wo de wo mo boni a che wo mo se mo wie sika ne kura ntide mo papa abadwo ma ha ma ba meja mo nkofi mo bi anya ne tiri nkodidim. It is sa sika no ahye ya boka agu. What you say? Sikano, so I'm not surprised. Said now is Tamaklu. Or no Sikano, Ashe Yabokagu 90 million Ghana cedis. Ashe
Ghana he.
Now that you nimu anti and Rena. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, me pacho mokai muntie 3. Emrantia yam brasam say. As will be a year wa ya jeje. Sabi ye ja omo beto ne mona oma kan sem we nyina o radio so threaten almost every individual in this country. Court to the oma ko shame some few months. Omo ko shame any 1 week. The President Mahama on ne vice omo nyina omo account NDC mpanimfo nyina ya apam ne akwa akoyi no. What that means is when it's about an NDC member emra ne nya adwuma. Say ye NDC ni a emra bia nya adwuma. I'm proud you would tell the American.
Papa.
Omo no here, omo ho won faso, omo esen Ghana for ya kenyina. Nti okwa kan so that time, ya maame Professor Jena no poku ajeman, sebi oya bad time or abadaye, eti no okwasan bi. But one thing I always tell people, they say, there is a thin line between abadaye and abashebone. If I what you say, abadaye any abashebone, there's a thin line in them. What I say be our door ban into now ocean it tachu. If I fast my bro watching. It would me person my mom will picture how our NDC, I tell them about issue in this. How our NDC a treating them crop for who are when it comes to a hey mran. Yeah. No one yan a political opponents. They said they were hang hams a war born. If I told Hanan, Sikasa and Abedi Hanan. In fact, I no crampo your allegation. But what I say. And so now you are hearing the Christ. Sikabiche, Sikabiana, some penny for my bobo ding. Sikane biche, Sikabiana. Me no work as I want to meet him because Yes, or ya galamsey and I am a concession or the amount crofobia or monia reclamation, yes, in your reclamation, yes, so moya galamsey, yes, so monia galamsey. 20 years with them. President Mahama Bekache say, well, ya aware say NDC party or penifoni bi. And then the political appointees ni bi. Ya galamsey. But I'm pretty sure what is President Mahama apamo any of his appointees because of Galamseda. But the political opponent there, Yanfa Abamra ni morning kuno. And when baby I ababejina, to me say me trust for anyway say near who NDC abano. Baby omudi free in terms of fighting corruption, in terms of say omo pampa omo dear. Akwapa no kwafo wadi kakra hu no kre sika no kra ye sure say nyon nko ani di ye nyina ye di bi nti enya wo no mko mbe. That is the picture they are creating. Na enya sa me pa cho yemransem ne so ansakra no me hu ne say this you know a miscarriage of justice. No credit bi amansem ne course no, and I'm hugely disappointed in the judges how mama this ruling. So disappointed. So unanimous FC na President Mahama ne na pound for can and Rebi. Creating the impression say NPP control judges no. Me assure say the omo ye nti no. Sometimes ya na lumba so na kan wunya ya be yenti unim say sa na mete. Enti esu anu omu omu na anu ne no anu sande aba omu di control judges ne e kire omu what they have to do. And this is a testament to sa nioma na omo kan ye no. Me ba chawati asa na same way dey aso mama na dey sika 90 million Ghana cedis court to say you are acquitted and discharged Kofi sika na ba da bi akoko to as nedi ko na court waso nedi ni anya NDC communicators enkrofo a wo mo ka so mo be fight corruption no dey wo okobra wuo no afa dey wo so mpafenam. Aren't we worried as a people?
Court say quite do at the ball inconsistencies.
Meba so see court na I Courts Act 1993. Menya lawyer ni but it's clearly spelled out. Meba cho what I say section 31(2). It's clearly spelled out. They are talking about defects. What does this act talk about say about defect? Menya lawyer ni nti ade na atwe ne brofo. It is a me kind na meti ase a judges ne person che so do man ase ana. Bamebaso. The macho appeal na said na tamaklo kwa ye no kra to me there was no appeal. There was no appeal.
As said by the Attorney General.
Yes, there was no appeal because otina wo mu ye journalist waso do akiri pa. Mo platform yi so pa. Me pacho every ben July 2024 and a modest case said na appeal. E wo Ghana. Wanted that. Me pacho eye Nevada court e wo US. Ghana Satam NPP wo power. On my Ghana de extradition case na ekwadan wo mo a oso said na tamaklo issue no mu no. Me pacho what that? Said na a raise issue of appeal.
No.
Because enka to said the SCC Attorney General eso kwa stay of execution enka ade said the natamaklo lawyers be ye ne say ko mo kwa a stay of execution no ma go on to say omo kwa appeal me ba what you say so omo pe stay of execution grandpa ye nim say they had just 3 months to appeal so 3 months no so no atwam every bay na omo file appeal no and why did the appeal remain latent and answer dormant? Bepim 2026 from 2024 appeal no be anti honka the person a warrior appeal no so no one take step bia ko pim say ne na ban eba power ansa na yet sa appeal bi wo na indeed ya convicted nipa ne 10 years what also wa magana na indeed so wase wa ye appeal mpa ekenya bro wa abrochire na ama no ne onya me kan Ghana han ene wo se nka ne lawyer fo ani bre so ombe pushi appeal no se be yi a meboa
yeah
enko mo twa ama na bansa no ma be appeal because oba na yesi chinchire do betume ka onia no ene ombe fight appeal no se eyeye mo omo dia na se wanya utire didim but appeal no remaining silent throughout for over almost 2 years. Nobody activated it. Ted na and the lawyers are activated that. Kwa pim say NDC aba power. Even state attorneys, according to Godfrey Yebo Adame, got to know of it April this year, April 2026. And the state attorneys who say, hey, said Nata Macro. Almost all appeal be. This is a manufactured one because appeal no just 3 months after the case.
Yeah.
And as our time now elapsed, it was here for quite be a faso say process no or appeal and it is and we will be asking. Ebio so person who say Asem no emu awrema. If I just said na eba Ghana no. Even see I didn't be konsa wo mkura na problem. Aban penimfo we say to the Franklin Kujo and a better on the Facebook was one aban penin pa bi akasa. Or said na is on a house arrest. Hey. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Some animals are more equal than others. Some Ghanaians are more equal than others. Ghana for only be honoma or see a dom cotton sawama say it to me more house arrest. Emrabain, he said John Hammer and then the NDC are buying coin any timis. It may say you heard some for anywhere in us as some way. So I dance anywhere. You can be here then. And they are dancing. Nipane Johnny from Ghana, Abraham Gusu Dinasem. It is the appeals court saying that one year aware of some fact to any nana. Are they saying said Natamaklu one see the crown fan the swana? Is that what they are saying? Is that what they are telling us? Again, say the American almost says charge sheet, you know, not a defect. Or charge sheet in the meboa.
Yes.
No problem. What does Omo Act, you know, a Course Act 1993, a Act 459, Section 31. What does it say about a charge sheet, a defect? In fact, based on Omo you know, there was an appeals court to say the appeal no cry to That is what it says.
I see.
Wasn't Kwamo to what I say? Or say Section 2 of Section 31, subsection 2. Or say the court shall dismiss the appeal if it considers that no substantial miscarriage of justice has actually occurred. No substantial miscarriage of justice has actually occurred, or that the point raised in the appeal consists of a technicality. To say, "Uko raise the point." Na a technicality. Na no substantial miscarriage has occurred. Court no also talking.
Okay.
Or procedural error, or a defect in the charge, a defect in the charge sheet. No substantial issue has been raised except some basic in your way. It is not me saying
if there's a defect in the charge sheet, then you can throw away the case.
Exactly.
So which one is that defect?
Or indictment, but there is evidence to support the offense alleged in the statement of offense in the charge of or indictment or any other offense of which the accused could have been convicted upon the charge or blah 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 blah. But the American question is, what does Omo Court Act 1993 Act 459 eka? And are we not surprised? Now me mom de anya me wanwo. Me ebra me hu say Chief Justice to kono. NDC promises omo ba omo be yi na free ho. Na say be omo be yi na free no ma be ye den because omo adwini mo omo so woni NPP na hwibum mebo a. Omo hu ni so omo ntimi control ne nkire no do omo betimi onye. Eti yemfa frivolous reasons bia flimsy reasons bia ne yemfa nyini free honom. Ne yemfa yen aye de emra. Ono de betimi ne na kohwebo. Yenya yie kura public lo betimi abehage ye ne ade. If I what you say, they are comfortable with it. Issue way and your wo na be panel over a panel no. Somebody, the Chief Justice, and the Bema directive as to who and who should sit on the case. But what you say? Eti sabi one good turn deserves another. Eti nanu ya do abedi Chief Justice President Mahama Doba ubetimi ahwa am yede na kotum usuru kura. Ubetimi ahwa am yede na kotum usuru kura. That is the more reason why I feel say this decision from the appeals court so disappointing. It's a miscarriage of justice. I believe that justices, wherever they are, with this judgment, I'm sure they will not be proud of themselves. Because Obiya or mining 90 million. Hey, are you emboldening politicians this way? A Chinabi say abayi bi ba. No one also say ya China nipa. On also the nolly prosecute aba. The any new no ya clear homu nyina. No mining ya kwa na ya ba. A Chinabi abayi bi ba. No one say ni nipa bi edem. Yes, one quarter 50 years because we are mining sika 100 billion. Now you see a China, we will reference said the Natamaklo issue. Now I say na NDC na say no amujai said the Natamaklo. Now I say there say the nya bi ho. E basa na politicians ye kwa ya na say ye buy. On mine ye boa na say ye pay ni fombo. And you see say Attorney General the no person who say we hypocrite na no kure bi any ma hwe communicators. So person who is Attorney General we hypocrites. A new hypocrite. I was that posture now they are manna. Me see ti communicators. They are all defending Sedina's the Court of Appeals decision. And the Attorney General, you think they say he's the only pious person in NDC? This is a grand scheme. It was all planned. Say adia ye ba be yeni. Na ba just okay ma tin pebu asem obeka ye no. Was it Sedina is making a big mistake? What banyaba ebra was our banie. It is also kakra they can pardon you. This is another form of pardon. But you use court, President Mahama could have said we pardon, no. But when you say what political implications, it is use court, indirectly, you pardon, no. It's as simple as that. What I say, right? Posterity will not be kind. Okay. To President Mahama. Any this judgment. All right. Because you wouldn't say, omo agu omo hu animu ase. Ono a wo so wo be fight corruption no. Say bi am ehunu say bi yenya ne mugidi a enye.
All right, Max, what I say, Fin.
I'm very true what I say. Last week, na national service issues.
Yes. Yes.
I'm very true mesram. Ye mu bi mo ye namf ya fa namfo anasa. It is a issue bi ekoso. Na munim ye mu bia mesra se mo befre na magim tiremu dan say ye bema ye be ne tse court of public opinion ne ye hu de sa na ye hu ne kure no angasa. National service issue say koso national service has never signed any agreement with any institution say ye be the national service person. That must be established.
NASPA.
NASPA.
You can say that's what we said.
Is also an autonomous body. NASPA is an autonomous body per their constitution. NASPA is an autonomous. When they take the decision, so executives apart from elected, they have a council. Regulated activities of regulated activities of NASPA. And the national service as management, has nothing to do with their buy-in.
Who are the signatories to the account?
Their buy-in,
aren't you answering it? Oh, who are the signatories to the account?
Mas, maybe I won't read the NASPA constitution.
Yeah, no way.
Maybe I won't read the NASPA constitution. Maybe I won't read the NASPA. Oh, Mas, maybe I won't read the NASPA constitution. Into cocaine, but who the signatories to NASPA?
What? Listen, at your 40.
What? Say, maybe cocaine. Someone will be sir. Enti ma menfro. Enti ampetum. NASPA issue no and has nothing to do with national service. Akwai te say the because of the money ayenuanom ejato ho abramu wa abemu enti no ama issue
the signatories to the account. The president of NASPA, the financial secretary of NASPA, and the national service director, or to explain further, the executive coordinating secretary. More hand in it. But who is the decision?
The entire your signatories to NASPA accounts and I say national service and they give birth to NASPA. Wow. And the national service they give birth to NASPA. When it comes to music Asem approval of Bibiana, NASPA executives, Equasia, and the council initial. No, must say when you pass at the boy your members. Let's say who say legitimate. Why not?
So it means you endorsed it.
So the legitimate aspect and say almost say unemployment kwasoro. And the unemployment kwasoro there. NASPA Emma members in Tetia. Send a bay of suku skill training. Send a bay of suku. Oh, Max.
And I'm moving
Max.
So is it fair?
So this is not the decision by national service.
No, almost now
and almost say almost person skill training. Omane ejumako bi asia omo skill training ama omo nkofo. Na skill training no every service personnel bia esi so tua 150 pesos. Every personnel bia sika also tua no. So it has been agreed at the council level. It's been agreed by the NASPA executives. Yansu ye boase unemployment ebeba form. Enti issue no very legitimate. Me say I say making mockery.
And they say so why are you worried?
The national service has nothing to do with
you have something to do with it.
The deduction equals buy. Now, Yanko,
because we are the answer to me when I get to me. You bet you
said now.
Okay, Yanko.
So your mamma tamakro. The issue no so. I'm preaching. Mene wo hu yi.
Bedroom send the time also.
So yes.
I'm preaching mene yeti yi. Mesre say e ba na mra enye emotions.
Okay.
Na e de mra.
No.
Mra enye perceptions na e de mra. Na enye de me feel say ana medwen say mra tie ana medwen say se ne esese ye na esese ye. Se ne ma me to kunu kan o say the law
is the law.
The law is the law. Inti as I say, your family kwan so na bia. In any case, said the name, our legal right is obeko for appeal and also no legal right.
Oh, legal right.
He has a legal right. Are you the one to determine who?
That was state provision. Say 3 months.
A constitution where the boy did Ghana. This is the constitution. Where in this constitution, and Rebecca said, your time limited there.
Manufactured appeal.
Where in the constitution in the unkind try baby the better try say only right.
I response now or cite say she had a certain limit of time to appeal after the judgment.
No ya baba so.
Okay.
Entino emo bia me Abraham take judgment no. No me free one of your sister stations. So journalists and nkofo emeki say as if Obiaka John Mahama NDC the question Asem say Ghana have your separation of powers.
Sir.
The 3 arms of government. The 3 arms of government Obiaya nekuma independent. Obiaya no the judiciary at the legislature at the executive at even in parliament.
Judiciary
even in parliament. NDC your majority more than 2/3 of members of parliament. I bet me John Dramani Mahama and to me say parliament say na munye parliament and so the one as so ye nedwuma nti ebeye den and will be out of emotions, out of the speculations, the perception. Obaka say, Omampeni ese said the name Jumedina. Meaning, so Omo Kasa there. Now just say, Oma Bresono, no more influence the judiciary. If that is the case, if the Omo Kano, and there, now just Oma Bresono, no more influence, Omuna Netre, Omuna Netre. I'm gonna natural judiciary. I'm gonna natural the judiciary and yet it ain't no one class or Mokawi. But I can tell them, sir, NDC, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will not interfere in any of the executive arm of the body. Just because executive the judiciary. The judiciary arm of government. Now, the 3-member panel, the 3-member panel, almost say, yen kind basis in tia, omujina aswa, almost say, oma quinte, and oma discharge, yama tabako. That is the basis we should be looking at. Basis in us, ye fa. Ne fan bako ne bi say is it legitimate, is it legal? I don't know what say ye but say wow be free wupem na out of your hymns and caprices na waka say there be wusu say na Kenya wusu say na Kenya no it's not law. Judges say basis are omade convicted said nominal. Basis of the community said nam or multiple legal said our multiple legal and evidential shortcomings. Now they say atentene anya den anya adwuma.
They are talking about technicalities.
What's atentene anya adwuma? Omo charge said on causing financial loss to the state. What charge you be in the criminal proceedings? So what charge you be? The burden lies on the prosecution to prove an evidence.
But there are times the burden shifts. There are times the burden will shift.
Mia yabom in Tansa to some mass with two way. Never born in Tansa. Let me expect to say Maxwell and Kesa ebe leading evidence at the other. The prosecution has the burden to prove. Even before Meka Bibina, the prosecution, should investigate and know said the American employee and the crown not saying Yanokre. The American and the crown not saying Yanokre. Rather no, yes, Tia Bontain. Na the enemy and Yato 3boboba Parkerson. Yes, Attorney General, so Obeko for review over Supreme Court. That is within his mandate.
Which you disagree. That is
within his mandate.
Which you disagree.
That is within his, whether I disagree or not, it is within his mandate to go. Okay. Whether I disagree or not, a legal right, the attorney,
he has the powers to do so.
He has the powers to do so. So, before you buy Mtiaka Bibino, me message say, ye nyabotre na Attorney General proceeded to the review of person oye. Na ye the Supreme Court and so the buy den edbeba. Dan say ye ba fan samano srene abasa. Na ye dey court of public opinion. No obiya kanaje obiya making an informed decision. No. I am running the ejuma rule of law must work. And rule of law and just say the Ufi say now we emotions not say Yadekaso my yimu. And the master Maxwell and then in call for say. So my brother no me interfere in the judiciary. The NDC led by John Dramani Mahama. The NDC led by John Dramani Mahama. No Attorney General, no prosecutor on my on those cases no can. Is it not within his legal mandate?
Okay, it's within.
It is not within his legal mandate.
It is.
And now you are to me Asem. Me say to me the lawyers is on the court for appeal. That is his constitutional right. That is his constitutional right. Omoko appeal. No court of appeal say. Ntansa ya de ball chama to me no. Enye no. Who hold your budget court's decision at the atom. And the moment preempt say because any no. How do you compare chama to Miss case and Ferdinand's case? How do you compare Tamahun to Miss case to Ferdinand's case? It is two different things altogether. It is two different things altogether.
Okay.
And we should not predict, we should not preempt what the court has not decided.
All right.
It's not for me to judge.
Yes.
What I say. The hypocrisy NDC communicators, not or no per se, a display. It's for Ghana for you as what I say. Ghana to me become like we always say, it is ice. And you may be I'll be not sure how fast I bet my water from Monsem. And we are one of them. And say Ghana for be Akasa P say own crop for can any a Dr. Stephen Opuni near can a Collins down than we not be brave and say, oh, but said now issue way dear. And what dao Albert Cananias with a pantoma.
Doctor open the case. One more time, they were not able to prosecute him.
It doesn't matter.
They were not able to prosecute him. They didn't have any evidence of wrongdoing. They didn't have any evidence of wrongdoing.
Yes, man.
Say the work of court. Now when him say you need evidence against you. Na o waba NDC abanya ba beto aso a on corner court no man the final verdict on it whether say you
case
evidence against you and I say any evidence against you and I'm see any evidence against you I say court be jail it will ba na be twema dey asem na wo pa akire na dey etimu dey
asema ni
nkasa nko anu ntu
asema ni nyina so
NDC mani nyina asem bi
asema ni nyina so
eti anhwehwe aso
dey ni nyina so. What's the said the state resources and Fendi? I want you to so one prosecutor.
Fenuti.
I want you to so one prosecutor.
NDC in Crawford, you court to you.
The mama 8 years. I want you to so one prosecutor.
Me say NDC.
They didn't have any merit. They didn't have any.
They want you to so I prosecuting so some jan.
Someone from the question.
What is the prosecutor? Enti enyanwa.
Man from the question on the convict.
You are not helping matters. You see enyanwa. Say NDC appointees ni nyina asemba omu nyina obia hu ni asem yo mahama ni sunti yempamo no e ka say yenya awo mebo mo ni so no omu hu ni asem media na meka no e ye 2 million de amamo ya mamo 4 years e te say ya ma wo ice blog ni kra usuban ya obeda na di na kire how fast udi begina awie mu a ebe na ntem and I did better AC more better one.
Okay.
I just have for number 1 clearing agent. When I change your mama, your mama change your mama or clear claim group. One of your mama opening new women. No one of your mama claim. Your mama now one a clear. I'm new Marabe. Attorney General, your mama. When I appointed, Attorney General, I appointed. Where are you, mama? You better prosecute 2 months. Nka during your 8 years clearing agent ben
your 8 years nka wo prosecute
Collins Dauda Dr. Ernest Thompson ni we mu nyina anya John Mahama na
claim what John Mahama enum kasa
say
wakele obi da
na me say
what John Mahama President Mahama enum kasa say wakele
obi
da president or say attorney general
say president
attorney general
the money to do din
me say
someone to do din someone to do din
attorney general na appointed
in this case attorney general acts on behalf of the president the state which is in the hands of the president he acts on behalf of the state which the president is the commander in chief.
Attorney general any the mandate
but okay president
again the last time before I come to the issues I'm stating I can several platforms as a swami interchange if more than 50%.
It's not true.
Opportunity say obechi
swami interchange you men kan ewo online in newspapers said e be a wo be kind or papers mu no me process na shase.
Yes,
I lived it. Okay. Wait. Say you two.
Why didn't you complete in 8 years?
Say you two crofo free ho. Service lines, ECG there, telecoms, there, communications there, Ghana water there. Yes, sunning in me ho. And I'm part of it. But what I say? Say a copper site, Kra Rangu. I was part of it. Okay. A kwanya ye faswa. Ye diverted traffic. Me, I played a role. Okay. Ye mame briefing before the project no kra beshasi and Rangu came to me and mame briefing on regional urban roads. So I lived the process. And you be never can the course also. I mean, actually,
the end justifies the means.
But what I say? Yeah, free.
Because you are gonna fly
over me and son and I'm with the quota better. Fly over and say a marine fifi. Sebi. Do you know what went into it? Mobile now. Fly over and me and saying what's it? I'm telling you, mobile fly over and me and saying no. We are in fact.
Say fly over. It is true. The flyover was done. The flyover. Flyover. Percentage now.
Additional lanes in a sudden chain. Additional lanes now say we are best serving those of us in Suameno. They are clear the shoulders of the road. They are no about the count. You are knocking a Ghana water fence or no. You bua creative space.
Okay, so it constitute 50%.
Takwa Rose. So it's a rangu na Takwa Rose Kaswami interchange. You know the community no more to a before Swami interchange, we wanted to clear traffic. Macro community roads here, Chirase community roads here. In fact, BB Road, BB Bread, do you know what went on as Swami interchange? You see, runabout proper. Once I started on phase 1. We started with phase 2. Phase 1, the runabout proper. Near started a pillars, a runabout. And now we are finance minister about parliament. What sort of some kind? Or say they are continuing with the phase 2. Whilst I started phase 2, you started phase 1 as no. Oma abandon phase 1 no and concentrating on the phase 2. And toward the quota, a mere asphalt. Ebe to so I was say man to your mum friend on air quiet. Shame on you guys. Okay, say better now have much control.
Okay, time no call.
Ebio, time them call sir. We almost over sorry to see also oko baby. Anambwa. So quite many time to be account. I just have from the end because no interest to a delegate system.
Can keep to me and coin.
Me say I just have 4 days our year, you know. It's in the right direction. But say me blame me, me blame me and we are phoning because I'm go papa anymore. That was not right. I told them me busam say the nipa kura obo braja din pa na ya na sesen when ye bia na ye because say papa no ni kapra na o esi yenkensi ka unya ne maso o pa sam nko mo kope bosin o mo de be ye yi tin tokwa ma but say mza obo bra na ti say kodwofo su die lumba die na we mu twi na we mu twi ni ade it doesn't help.
Ecclesiastes be say all is vanity.
Say you much date na we ba na wonte ase a majority mu nyina ma no dodo nyina ate ase ka no tum ne anya na de o wie na so ye church leader do leader obi a maji influence ba mo ba twetwe na papa din a wa build the whole of Africa e wi ase afa na nyina na mo ba ya ma anim gu ase aba so me de o mu gina o mo na so eye no efri ho no me mum de manage pa
okay. So, Finn, you can be now say yemra for the time I can famra so the legal system so.
Swami interchange.
Swami
interchange. Me say ka kire ne say.
Ye twem wo ho.
Ye. E ba ne say. Runabout no so no. Runabout no so. E fu ya na nkrante edimu efusane.
Well, roundabout.
The roundabout. Efuya.
Everybody momo buy.
More time.
Oh. So time we started. The Alibaba mo ko gine ma no mo do. Say can you start interchanging.
In
fact, Obeka ya na ya hold him. 8 years. Sama o kan oni na gine bi agina.
Ampetum 8 years.
Yes.
Mo promise Asante my 5 interchanges.
Oh, yeah, I can speak to Swami. I can apart from Swami there no.
Promise 5
new interchange be Swami promise one and then
it
will person who Swami
asem.
Me make am.
Me na make am asem.
Who need defense be our Swami.
Me na make Asante my asem. Mo promise Asante my 5 interchanges. And the Ayayane say in every budget biya na mu repeat those 5 interchanges. Ba ko mo ntumi amaye. To mu ni bibi papa biya. To mu ni bibi papa biya. To mu ni bibi papa biya e de ma Asante. On the issue of Adwosafo. On the issue of Adwosafo. Senior menua master e kan yen. Me minimum die mo no. Me gidi ye say bibi inkomode bi entumi ankoso yi.
Okay.
Ena ade sa wentwi aba omo papa yi ase. But enka esese emma no omo de omoni to bra omo papa abo. Ene etitiro a omo papa atete omo owo yemayim. Professor Safo Kantanka enyo obi a obewu na de yetu one yi ase enie. Nka bra wabo no nka sa wantwi amba nka ne din will go outside wo wi kra no nka outside the globe ye bebo ni gabo kana ye ne be ya ade a ebe ye ni so ebe ya ade a ebe turn Ghana to the rest of the world. And so the negligence of the children ama sisia obikwa kas hey enti papa ibe wu nechi aye say ya ene nka wengu say so be wu nechi aye say nka wengu on me nechi se sama anti asia papa no mmu kompo no hwe nechi ne mano ase nechi pasa ne mano ase nechi pasa and encourage mesre there is more time omunka omuhumbum na the day no no omuntu benje share no ma no mon lift the image of the papa no
okay
bra papa na abo no eni kwan say ye hide ede to baby a o say bohu dewro e ma mansan etumi ehu se na be ye obi nso akono say papa yi bobo bra no say owu nechi
all right
no obi ahweso e da boss e
frame that sepa enti Max delegate system your 10 minutes
ntimi fa 10 minutes
10 minutes yako
delegate system no they never harder than an advantage and a disadvantage. And the Supreme Court ruling is what they are by so an advantage and a disadvantage. Because a woman said delegate system no kaya at some point NPP ABA offer baby to say constituency be any paper to buy a obi obedi MP omun rule 20. What they are saying? Yes. So it will be my ABM about 90. For instance, it's a swami. At some point about 500. If you hold about 700. And now we are they call 964. And the recent one in I'm close to 1,500 or so. You could see say parties nankasano by ourselves. Try say you be expand na ama will be enye sika say what the better will be. Also sometimes the numbers in the doors was a nipa be 200. Na me will be at 10,000 in yiska. Yes. But so me 2,000. Na ukra say sika na wo chama 2,000. Nipa ne beji sika no all right. But anya de betima to na adwene and e betima influence in the decision. Sure. Oh say there tell. The men on that in the parties ni nyina no decided say you be expanding kakran. In fact, some of us are of the opinion say it was say the Supreme Court and now we were of that opinion say or say a card bearing member be at waba. When him say sa de no crown so a delegate system no so no. Equity NPP cry ekwan bi so. And NDC I'm sure so almost in certain also quotia. Okay. Because imagine so be how when you delegate. When you polling station executive, said the NDC for friend a branch executive. When you executive, but you no polling station executives need be how many say you man. And all timi nyempo. They can't match the person. Party ni kuno What you say? House to house obey. What na came a campaign obey. Sometimes we find say yeah, radio so na ebo. Yeah, communication anka say cost of them.
Yeah.
O tie bi o radio so no de akoka mu akokyire mu o taxi nim sa abra mi ni ono na ewo hwa wo si party na na mu. Nso yekoto abana ye say want to be. Afi obi say bedru ba bi no na obi anya moto. Na obi anya fridge. Na obi anya TV. No obi anya 10,000, no obi anya 7,000. Ohu a say 90 ye kra bra ye bre no mfaso be na wo so. Na ebu nipa na bam. Sa and edru ba bi kra mpa obenya efie ba ko nipa be 3 or 4. Eye delegates wo. It is obi anya 10,000 na ye say 40,000 no mko abedu omu. Na dia ha adwene kra no so say ye omuji saka sika no so ya no na wo.
Obi abeti bi.
No wo chirem meji we say na meji we say. Eti nipa ne te ho a sa afi no say oh sa me ya ne enko bre na bi mu. Ebi be di am bi ebu adapa de ma sensu e beto.
Kata na aboa.
What you say? Eni ebedi abro. Ono a won koto ntia NDC. Ana won koto ntia NPP so NDC a won koto aba no kra. Na ne efre no voter apathy no. Na no de ebufu aye den aba. But Supreme Court hwe a wo hwe say yema card bearing member bi anto aba, which I believe say eno beboa ama sika ye de to obi adwene so won koto aba no. So atikra no. Entimi nyim free ho because ukun so obi enipa bi at some point ebi am fansa me no na e contest onipa we influence pa no say me beto wa ebi at the individual level I'll make that move.
Sure.
But the general you need be very difficult. What you say? So betimi akwa akoto nipa ni nyina enye possible. But ne ho ka no. As a political parties ni can handle. Yentimi handle.
Even with your dues.
Dues no to as 2 cities.
Oh, nimpa say na introduce
2 cities.
Now the brand new do all nipa.
Yeah, go to about na so be introduce.
And then there's one thing say constituency be and we even pamper people.
Yeah.
4 years no so no befa forms no. You end up paying for most of them. You end up paying for most of them.
Yeah.
Parties ringing yeah. You have at some point, I think the last day I calculated and paid for everybody.
Wow.
Not this one, the one before this.
Okay.
And paid for everybody.
Okay.
Even when I may met you and also no. Oh, I as a chairman want to miss so oh, that the double payment.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes.
Sure. It will be a way no mean baby 2 cities no crown in the tree heading. And let's not forget 2 cities no say will be a power. Ebi ayanya ya ti kuro mu na ya also 2 cities in Yesika. Masa. Ko ba bi na ko onya 10 cities awadi afi. Wo pe bi atonse sa wa to nkruma to we e de aye aduane. Me pa what
Yes.
Nti 2 cities no sabi obi 1 city ye na de. Una obi ntomago ye na de menka ne sa. Enti no so no e ho asem da ho. But the tie so we say wo ye every card bearing member. Under normal circumstances you have about between 1,500 to 2,000 people. Now every card bearing member about Betua, we are looking at maybe between 20,000 to roughly 50,000 depending on the constituency. So if actually it's almost the same as constituency be general election.
Sure.
Ukwa certain constituencies now you have huge numbers where it's a constituency be general election results over
Yes.
Easy deployment never costing. Oh, they may patch cost no why they bet you easy for worker because easy number of setups or mobile no and how much or beji because a per polling station be our nipa mema rough estimate 10 and every polling station all my allowances no who will pay.
Okay.
It me who say after we no in as much as a call no year no I was a call to no some make additional pronouncement a chess state no should intervene in terms of resourcing process no partly.
Sure.
The electoral commission there no state no should absorb that cost.
Okay.
Say NDC na an internal election, say NPP na an internal election, say PP say why CPP whoever whichever political party. It was set state no it take care of sa cost no.
Sure.
And only be burden ni bi every ho. In terms of kwanya ye befa so a nipa no ebe free yanya eti Kumasi de wonante kura obedu but the bimu wo ho no ma from the village to the district center no eno kura kwan wa but fortunately for us this time I see ye be mama every card bearing member to abade then be a possible say betima in the polling station closer to the person the pressure will be on you the individual wo contest ne say wo mom na resources akane ka de be di prima no wo de animum ebe ye campaign say am ya 1 year say yemfa mo bo aye ho and it's practicality no me will say very difficult even a Supreme Court ama 1 year no me who say very difficult say be and na form sir means what you say and na form sir because NDC aye be pay the reason why NPP me assure say na ya twetwe ye nan afa de na ya pagam over 300,000 delegates hoping say can no be san boa assistance now because of the NDC go through making move na ankoye na recoil on President Mahama election 2015 rather 2015 make I very well because in Crawford infiltrate
December 2015
process no yenya MPP for bi koto abani bi CPP for bi koto bi ma wo because a card bearing member certain individuals so or card ni bi wa ha obi wa or join party ni nyina bi so oba na so betu bi abi so it's implementation look but in as much as a year no but ne kanoso it also state ne bem say e bia e be hwe ne this way me proposal say be the last election what was your performance nti e bia state ne say ye me my rough estimate 100 million Ghana cedis e support process last election when you are 52% you get 52% of the money when you are 42% you get 42% of the money when you are 1% you get this what you say based on no na ye hu ne say me ma dwene na me chene because if you cannot say share no equally and akwa say wo ma NPP 50% one ma NDC and I be my NPP 50 million, NDC 50 million, na CPP. One 1 million, need 2 million. Now what are you saying? Let's say indirectly, one the one person will be needed. Me patch what I say. Name more performance. Any de be hold said this very one no. So be kwa akopɛ bosia. Na why you don't say the be a state seeker no de be kosora. No kwa akopɛ na. Already
him say provision honum say electoral commission who perform to a certain year. You do seeker.
No yeah wa obewin. Wow. So we need to refund the seeker but me can say state never support process no say be
so state funding of political parties and is it the way to go?
Me da say Asem de e ba Ashanti Media. Yes, NDC ewa be mu a na Ashanti e fa into me pa ifra. And now me know what say it's on record. Every district in the region, apart from the inner city roads are here, apart from the Kumasi Express Road just started, and the district be benefited 10 kilometers road. District be across the 43 districts in the region. Across the 43 districts. Oh, bless one, you hear ya. Nke ye nisa.
Opa for time no me mo boss am
dia. Apart from Rosa.
No, my men ka dem here no.
Abandoned store projects are ya to also. These are projects. These are projects. These are roads. Yeah. One year be guy.
Mama keka dey.
One year be mama to also.
Mama can my what to challenge. Mama keka na mama can. Me na me tell you. Kwa dey so write yourself.
Yeah. Okay, Anto abeg. Ontimi ano. Yeah, okay, Anto abeg. On the system of delegate system. Metete MPP for ni bi kase yewura ba omi aye lucky pa ebi MPP mpenifo National Executive Committee of the MPP
na dey am 1 year it is statistics here it is argument no the Supreme Court ruling no say next month we start ana
MPP
delegates 1 year say am fam boy so this argument who hold
MPP for ni be say ba omi aye lucky pa nke to mbetu eti ano no ketu mbetu etia no
NPP for
anti national executive ba me was de bia on former national executive committee on the issue of delegates system. Yes, we agree to the fact say delegate system infiltrating our system I am monetized emma and to me mpo yenyi candidates are ye feel so betumi abo mo modern for certain political parties, and because of resources and sika a obi wenti na delegates ejina so e dey ato abaman whether the person the competence or the competence or the competence to lead and not the competence to work now is another issue. But what most delegates look up to and they say, oh, where they discover yenji scano ne yenko to abeman. And may need competent people to lead various political parties. And on that score is good. But have we also considered the cost involved to expand a delegate system? And the implications are at the beba. In 2015, Senator Namaswa Ekam, ye similar thing. Ye biye yabatu akra tenemu, and mobi oye NDC nibia etu abanibi. Ye nyo sunsanso. And no, I one of the sunsanso a dear lusu 2016 elections. And Kosibocho report nibi, the ekache and say, ye parliamentary candidates ni bi kra na omonye NDC fo ananso say na NDC ni omakumem ye parliamentary candidates ni bi kra na NDC nya dan eni omakumem because of expansion na obia betumi register ni nkofo wa obetumi register more and betumi amawaye dan wo win. So people are omonye NDC for ebe decide ma NDC your parliamentary the obe lead your party no at the various constituencies. And you know at the how bebre and no and the national executive committee of our party every so no say ya twaso eduwe kwa emwaye nti enya nsesa na yensa nkofa delegate system ni yen steady system no na emwaye ma yenye the needful. And also, ebia akwenya ema ye expand ye branch delegate system no. Enka na enka nimpa 5 na 2 aba. In fact, we started with 2. Uba constituency no ma. Oma na omo 2 aba edema constituency executives. Na ye branch chairman and branch secretary at the time. Na ye branch chairman, branch secretary. And this any nimpa mienu we. What tam sika pudo e de komo omo a. On bet me decide. Decide the lesson, the fate of the elections.
That's right.
And reviews about your party, increase in 5. Emma branch chairman, branch secretary, branch youth organizer, branch women organizer. Upon consultations, Bill, and Emma who said no. Yama branch executives ni na entuaba.
Okay.
We call your various branches now. Your 9-member executives are our various branches. And the sisi ameno woke say all the 9-member executives, chairman, secretary, organizer, youth organizer, women organizer, communication organizer, treasurer, and 2 others. Omina etuaba nevi. And no ba no at least yanka say I'm a vote by in narco form, but and minimize kakra apart from kakra and going forward and say expand there not due diligence expand to say the Supreme Court kano na ye normal year who qualifies to vote who qualifies to be a member yen defining who a member is and you be answer yen defining who a member is say nimpa no or support the party no se uti se oche ontuadus onye card bearing member onye member of your party. You can register with the party but you can decide but you cannot be you may not be a good in a good standing of the party. In the no crown register no as I say a domo esuko na yehu omo party members of good standing. And there should be a criteria to categorize those people. One members of good standing. One members of good standing. Now, one, you should register with any of our branches. 2, you should be a card-bearing member of any of our branches. 3, you should be a voter at our polling station. 4, you should be also with your dues. Because political party here run here could be iska. And the introduce who per se take a decision in the party. But the party in the back can also win was the take a decision for the party.
Okay, fine. Well,
Mestre say yen domo esuko na yen critical analysis of who qualifies to be a member of
more 1 year until
the difficulty and I make about election electing.
Yeah.
Who MP very difficult with general, but you cannot compare that one to constituency elections.
Okay.
Because an over NPP more about 10. Okay. That you are electing.
Okay.
Into polling the EB and over setting up 10. What this number of countless polling stations
yes.
Meaning the number that the NDC selects.
Okay.
And their constituency elections.
Also, all the executive members, 28.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. I'm not talking. Appointees na make elected.
Elected executives.
Elected 20.
All 28 executives are delegates to regional level, from constituency level to the national level.
At the constituency level, more to about one constituency 28.
28 executives.
Sir.
Yes.
It's just imagine.
You two about 23. You two about 23. You two about 23. There you call 5. So 5 are also part of the executive. Omu ina account. So omu ina account.
Young anti-argument. They may patch and say, "Uko ye easy ne logistics crown."
Okay.
Oh, they may patch.
Okay.
For 23. To one constituency. Now about one election center. Polling station. Or set up
28 booths.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy. Make us say you tell them no.
Just a very difficult.
Easy benya sa because as we speak, they say who could be who could nipa be 20,000.
The man's working. Yeah. Easy supported. Easy.
Onyanti argument in America. I'm not saying someone new. And NDC Asem na make. And NDC Asem na make a Supreme Court ruling. No.
Okay.
Anyhow difficult it will be for us, considering EC's own logistics. Whatever by election. First, no na more selected few from delegates. It is betimia cluster polling stations. No.
Okay, so say
now we'll be expanded. If you happen to get about 50 people or more card bearing members. Now one polling station who could set up 23 booths. I'm asking say you Benya sir or the
all right, Maxwell, Asem Pacho. Hello.
Hello, Pacho.
Yeah.
I thought to say
Radio me hoye pa makwa mekuni.
But some communications officer.
Okay.
My boss of friend of her, what's my name secretary? Income organizer no. Bibia bebe di hands down. Na me chairman regional chairman na Nakosi. Na great minister on board Kopuku. Na Supreme Court rule norm the by me did say NDC for the Abegina Supreme because democracy ye tum and ye did say politics no meaning na grassroots no ye share free branches no be anya konya beto abana me did say nipa na kwako elect no o gidi wonumu so beto abama na millet ma ba be boa party no eja na so me did say penfo ebe she papa me bibia kokan na juma pa jo mama so na NDC abana ye no ya fa pa bonto machi na na platum they say akofu joba babo so mcho kwa nsu if you be down contact to contact wa share 1 month so baba ye kwa no ya to ba de pempunto pe ye die no nkoso e dis aba bi papa na se hye oba ye betuma bottom mufo a me je bo so mcho for ye so mtwe
me na say me so die ne saying hello
Minia.
Yes sir Radio Adom
Yeah, Mr. Femi Yakub Dombote kasi professor Kaira Micha Namboba na Micha na ko sendi regional chairman na Micha ba champion so regional secretary kaka America ni say about na delegates no ina speakers Supreme Court are really against no. I'm say come on, sense we share and Yamana hard game and this are more against the no and this for you. Now the American say young fan by boom with the fantastic on the money Muhammad. Upon what the Ghana and what I started. Let me show say a Brepam Ghana, but to my pastor. Yakani and Pabwa, better of Panachi.
May I say also so they are saying hello.
Remember MPP Media Petros. I'm in charge of my general for Kwapia Kuka or the number 1. I'm one Kumaike, secretary or the number 3. Adepo Kutesi, second vice chairman or the number 3. Daniel Kokumensa Mensa Blampa or organizer the number 3. And also Kwatin so treasurer and also Kwatin the number 2. In fact, media constitutional review committee be disappointed by Garcia now on Mahama promise March 2023 to Obabechum now on Mantiman capture. In fact, Miraho and a bill on my extended term of office from 4 years to 5 years, both presidential and parliamentary, and so we are disappointed. And finally, the American said Supreme Court ruling on the Senate expansion of electoral base. About our money class in the Amaswati MPP. Blair bread of the brain and say so they are quite afraid, they are quite difficult. It's almost someone to buy a floor and I am some not going for it. No, but the party members, they are in good standing about I am more at the decision.
I say, me that's it. I also saw the NSM. I'm for last score in a fair infancy. Yay.
Memoir tell a pay.
I just saw a customer do.
Alabama, make your party and more about to get a coupon now. Now, make your lobby for you. Na chama kokofu aya tato jata medeneba e said this one to man France Admako esia be secretary no Ashanti wala mu dikem esia Ashanti do organizer no ba na chameki tika vice medeneba so me ti omoba na uhe delegate system na adana Supreme Court to the Lord yaba na nya ne say swame sheli pua e be to ba ajama MPP anase MP no amande akom na chebe jofio. It is a semi patrolling now like what about the year to now. About by a national problem my own and Patamono. The Becca and Toqua, or better base our program, Lydia Mice. I said, why now? Yes, in the bedroom, young Tomau. But I didn't say delegation system. No, you put quoted to every two chess camera. Now you're not 2 years. I said, I don't have a Tom and Tonya do what? Really, I can offer who deal. Okay. Now, question delegate in Guano. It's again, that's what we no deal to about concert in my Anthony Biano. That's what trouble me.
Medasi P. Yedibesi has says.